I wanted to talk to you all about what my reason was for getting suspended on Twitch and also what my plans are going forward. I'm going to try and structure this video into two parts, where the first part is going to be me talking about the Twitch suspension, second part is going to be talking about myself. And the first thing I want to start off with is something
Chat. I want you to pay attention, chat, to the like and dislike ratio. Okay? I think it's very telling about today's world. It is though. Right? Like, everybody, boom, what he said, it explodes, right? What he said was insane. Everybody's calling it out, as they should. I mean, what he said was pretty insane, right? Gets banned, everybody's against him, like very little form. Makes a video, he gets a better dislike ratio than Mr. Beast on his video. I'm just saying, I think it's interesting because the Normandy, the actual Normandy person, a lot of them agree with him.
It might sound a little bit insincere because of how ridiculous this is, but I really mean it, and if you listen to the whole video, I hope you can see why. Everybody who's come and spoken out and talked to me and said stuff about me, aside from the, oh, you should kill yourself or something like that, I want to say that I really appreciate you. And I think this has been something that's a long time coming, and I actually think that this is something that not only I deserved, but it's also something that I needed. And I want to talk about what the reason for that is, but I want to start off and just make sure that that's actually very clear. So a couple of days ago, I made some comments about Palestine and also about Hamas and, some just general, basically opinions that were trivializing the genocide that's happening there. And I don't really want to mince words or try to oh, I wasn't justifying or promoting it. I said something about it that was disgusting. I said that I didn't care about innocent people getting killed by another force, by anything. And I think that that's a horrible, disgusting, mean-spirited thing to say. And I don't necessarily think that it was really racist, really. But when I'm using language like Palestinians or like the people there, rather than what my real language...
I think it's important to have the distinction, okay, of wording. Wording is important these days, but people don't give a fuck anymore because it's just buzzwords. Culturally insensitive is the word that we normally use when it's not about race, but it's about a culture. It's what it is.
Was
the word for
I've
it.
always been very outspoken. And
don't get mad at the messenger. I'm just telling the truth. It is what it is.
I think that any religion and any way of thinking that's going to cause you to put other people in kind of positions below you, as gay people, women, people with disabilities, anything like that. I think that that's a really.
If I say, guys, if I say, fuck the British. Nobody blinks an eye. Nobody would ever say anything, right? If I say something about other places, it can be people say, oh, it's either racist or whatever, right? But most of the time, it's gonna be culturally insensitive. That's just my take on it.
Really bad position to have, and I really don't like that. And I think that my problem and my fault here was that I was making a criticism of religious extremism, and I made no effort, and I feel like almost, I've rewatched the clip, right, or a number of the clips, and it's like I've almost made an effort not to draw a distinction between the two things. I think that a lot of us here can easily say that we're against religious extremism, and I am, but whenever I categorize everybody in the area as this, group, then I'm the asshole.
I'm not making anything that was towards what he said, or his comments about what he said. I'm just saying in general, right? It's still not racist. Guys, I just want to make sure we have the correct wording. Racist. I don't think it's a race. Is it a race? When we talk about a culture or a country or a religion, it's not racist. What race is it? Okay. If what he said was racist, then who is the race that is being belittled? Or what is that race? It's saying in the chat. What is the race? Go ahead. Oh, so all Arabs then. Oh, okay. So is today the day that we turn our brains off? Because guys, I can join you guys. I can join you guys if you want to. I can turn my brain off today if you want to. We could do that, and we could have a conversation if you want. Okay. I don't think that's racist at Arabs. All of them. It's not what it is. Like what? I don't think that Palestinian is a race either. Is it a race? Okay. It's not. Okay. Therefore, it can't be racism. Can we at least agree to that? If you cannot find the race that's being belittled, then it cannot be racism. Okay. Okay, guys. I think men are stupid. Dude, that's misogyny. That's misogyny. What is wrong with you? No. Well, that's brain dead. That's not a take. That's fucking stupid. Well, because you're just putting random shit.
And I was the asshole. I had a lot of you guys tell me that. And it's taken me, this is what's so crazy about it, is that I think this has been going on now for like 2 years. I think that I've been slowly devolving into the most mean-spirited, I don't really even know what the word is for it.
Okay.
Just like the...
Okay, bad example, sorry, I used the wrong word. What I meant is sexist. Let's say I said, what you just said is sexist. Okay, and I ask, sexist against who? Is it against men? Against women? If you cannot put an answer to that, it can't be sexism. Okay, against Islam is still not a race. I'm arguing technicality because I think it's important to when you have a topic in mind and you talk with words and you use certain wording, I think it's important to use the correct words so that there's no sort of loss in dialogue, in translation, and we don't get lost in this fucking dumbass dialogue. It's stupid. Otherwise we get lost and we bring it back and we didn't address that when we had the time to.
The most mean-spirited, rude, like nasty, like just callous, psychopathic version of myself. I think that I've been devolving into this. And a lot of my friends have told me this. My dad has told me this. He said, you've got to chill out. You've got to calm down. I've been like, oh, that old man doesn't know what he's talking about. And
okay, I'm crushing out. Okay, here it comes. Everybody called them racist, right? On Twitter and shit like that, right? What he said was culturally insensitive and stupid, right? What he said is incorrect and dumb, okay? And hurts a lot of people, right? But it's not racist. A lot of people that did call him out on Twitter, though, I noticed, though, are known racists, though. A lot of them that were calling his ass out are people that use the C word for white people and said, fuck white people a bunch of times, like that Frogan person who never gets banned for fucking going against white people all the fucking time. That's actually legit racism. You don't get banned for racism. You don't. And you're calling somebody for racism when it's not a race? You're insane. Big.
And I've finally had some level of accountability for that. And thank God. I look back at some of the things that I've said and done over the past 2 years, and I don't think that I've been wrong about everything, obviously, right? But there have been ways that I've communicated and ways that I've acted that are indefensible. And I think looking back on it, it's just disgusting. And it's something that when you get lost in the sauce and you get fixated around like listening and reading feedback and, just getting hyper fixated, this is like your entire life, you lose a perspective on reality and you lose a perspective on the world. And I think that perspective was brought into perspective yesterday and the day before when I was making comments like this. And I feel so stupid.
Listen. It has been my take forever, chat. I don't give a fuck if you say, oh my God, dude, you fell off because of these bad takes. If you make it a point to make it okay to fucking make fun of a fucking or belittle somebody for their nationality or their fucking or their race or skin color, okay, then you have to do it for all of them. You have to do it for all of them. Otherwise, it's stupid. Because if somebody is an oppressed group, right? It's not okay. If they're a privilege, it is okay. Then what happens when those sides flip, right? What happens when it's the opposite? Then what do you do then? You tell everybody, guys, things are balanced now. Everybody stop. You think people are gonna stop? That culture, the thing you cultivated, that behavior, slingshots backwards, and you have the same problem again. That you're going to literally code people that say, guys, it's okay to make fun of these people. It's okay to make fun of the British, the French, the American, the whatever, right? But not this one, not the Chinese, not the this, not the that, not this, right? But so keep calling them fucking white people and fucking C words because fuck them. Ha 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 ha. It's not racism, ha ha ha, right? And at one point, everybody does that shit, and as soon as it flips, right? And now that's the oppressed group. What do you say now? We say, guys, sorry. The motive has been achieved. We've achieved our goals. Now stop it. You think people are going to stop? Absolutely not. Because now you've coded everybody that it's okay to do that. So they'll just continue. And now you have the same problem backwards. Then what? Now do you reinvent racism against those that were saved? No, you don't. How about you fix the problem now and you don't do it at all? How hard is that?
It's crazy. So I'm getting all these people making negative comments for me. Everybody is telling me like, oh, go kill yourself, I hate you, everything like this. Do you know who reached out to me? And they wanted to talk and have a conversation and see if I was okay.
Since when is it okay to make fun of nation or people? Brother, half the TikToks that we watch are making fun of the British. Haha, you're British. Haha, you're French. Haha, you're American. Omega lol, American, omega lol, British dumb fuck. Brother, you act like this is not like common occurrence. Nobody gives a fuck. It is what it is. Like, don't act that there's like protected classes in that and there's some that aren't. It's just fucking weird. You're talking, you're not, I'm not your drone. Like, you're not gonna fucking. Interesting. It's not a MAGA-tard dialogue. It's not. I wish you understood that if you the same way. Okay, it's not. It's we can argue technicalities today or not. Today we're not gonna do that. We can continue though. Okay. Let's take a look. You see the nuance between meme and has no real repercussions and racist rhetoric that gives power to Israel discriminating against. Okay, nothing of what I said was even on that topic. I already said what he said was deplorable. You don't call a culture inferior. It's not a thing that you do. It's one. It's generalizing. It's reductive. It's stupid. I think it's just a bad thing. It's not because why? Because it's not something you do. I think it's a bad thing. But to call an entire culture inferior, come on, bro.
It's people that were Islamic and people that had fucking family in Palestine, and how humiliating.
I'm not defending it. I'm attacking it with the correct wording. I'm attacking it with validity, so I don't trip and fall later down the line, looking like a dumb fuck because I want to use the words and buzzwords that are used on social media to get fucking cookie points. I'm not gonna fucking do that shit. Holy fuck.
Humiliating is that? How absolutely humiliating is that? And these were the people I was trying to say were bad. And I feel like such a fucking stupid asshole. I really do. I've always been I guess like I've always been kind of like an atheist, and even as
Okay. Yes. Arabs, I understand that. Did what he said, was it against Arabs? No. I think it was against Palestinians. Correct? It's an umbrella. It's an umbrella. Oh my God. Okay. If you're a tomato, are you also a vegetable? Yes. If you're a vegetable, are you automatically a tomato? No. Okay. Now we've finished this. Now we finished this dialogue. human. X, Y, Z. Okay. Arab. Okay. Zoom out again. Zoom out again. Okay. X, Y, Z, Palestinian. Most of the time. Right? Okay. Got it. Got it. So if Adam says something offensive and stupid about Palestinians, does it automatically mean that it's racist to Arabs? No. Okay. Can we fucking move on now? Can we move on? Jesus Christ. How do you guys not agree with this? Wait, hold on.
As a young kid, I was raised Roman Catholic, and I was always very defiant towards it. And I've always had a negative opinion of religion, and I've also had a negative opinion of religious cultures. And I think that really, I think that opinion is definitely shaped by the media that I've created.
Then if you say, fuck Canadians, or you say, fuck Quebec people then, you're racist to white people. Case closed. So never say something racist in my chat ever fucking again. I'm not gonna fucking stand for that shit. I'm not gonna stand for anti-white racism if you call out the Canadians. I'm not gonna do that, and we're not doing that shit. Do not call out the boys, the squatto. You're not doing that.
And the media I've created for myself, and then also just the media that exists, the media that I've chosen to seek out as well. And I think that media has allowed me to have certain predispositions and certain biases that the truth is that don't have any sort of relation to what my own real life has been experienced, or my own real life experience has been, excuse me. And so I've been spending a lot of time talking to those people, and I've seen people like fans of mine, like I had viewers messaging me on Discord, like, you know, why are you saying this? Like, do you want to talk? Do you want to, like, you know, I'm willing to talk to you, and like, you know, like let's try to work this out, right? We love you. And I scrolled up on their messages, and these are people that messaged me in like 2016, 2017, 2018, like, I love your content, I love your stream, I love you, right? And now they get to hear this from me, and I just feel like such a stupid, belligerent fucking asshole. I really do. And I'm sorry. I really am. I think that it's extremely fair to criticize religious extremism, and I think that it's extremely unfair to categorize everybody in part of that group as religious extremists.
Fair.
I think it is, and I'm really sorry for that. I've just been a fucking dick. And it's weird because yesterday I woke up and I didn't know if I was going to get suspended or not, and I planned on streaming and everything, and I actually got a text message from one of my mods. They said, oh, I heard about the suspension, I'm sorry. And I was like, I remember I was like driving, and like, you know, you'd think that like your heart rate would go up, but if anything, I felt more relaxed. I felt like finally I have a moment to just take a step back and breathe and think for myself and just stop, just like get out of my own head. And I spent a long time like just writing basically a list of all of these things that like I think that I should be doing with my life. And this is going to be kind of the second part, by the way, of the video. Comments that I made were pretty much about religious extremism. I think it's bad, but I've categorized a lot of people in that way that was unfair. It's wrong for me to have done that. I said something that was bad. I should not have said that. I should have chosen my words more carefully. I didn't do that. I doubled down on it. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. That's pretty much, I was a fucking asshole. I was a piece of shit. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. And so, actually, I do know what else to say. I don't like making apologies because I think words don't matter. But I do think changed actions and changed behaviors do. And so you can take my apology as hopefully better content. And if you're not seeing that, I want you to hold me accountable. Hopefully this time I won't be stupid enough to ignore it.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's pretty dry.
Bruh.
Anyway, so the second part about this is that I want to talk a little bit about like my life, my personal life, etc., and kind of some of the points that I think that I've kind of gone through to get here. So the main thing is that for the past, like, I would say like 10 years or so, if you look at my life like this, I would have said 10 years ago or maybe 8 years ago, streaming was like this, right? YouTube was like this. And now I would say that my life and streaming are basically the exact same size. And what I mean by that is that streaming is my entire life. Doing this is my entire existence.
What is 55110? I don't understand. This shit? Brother.
These two groups are basically like at each other's throat down to the last person. And of course I just don't feel that bad when like one of those groups is losing. It's like they've had plenty of chances to, I feel like that's a general idea of what he's going for.
So Asmon's statement is overly broad here and pretty stupid. But one of the big issues is like the thing that's so fucking frustrating is all of the white people on Twitch, like Hassan Piker, okay, constantly conflate all of Islam with Houthis and Hezbollah and Hamas. That's like the big issue, right? So if you are Asmongold, if you're a normie, and then you look at like all the pro-Palestinian people, and then you see, oh, well, they all also support like radical Islamist, fundamentalist orgs. I guess maybe that's just all of Islam, and that's all the Arab world. I can understand why people get confused, because you never have people out here like Hassan delineating between. Well, I mean, fuck delineating. He's literally showing, fucking music video propaganda to his random fucking friends.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, so it's not really even surprising that, It reminds me of when like conservatives a long time ago used to say like, oh, we're not doing that, that's socialism. You're like, no, that's social spending, it's not socialism. And then all of a sudden, like nowadays, like progressives are like, yeah, we need like social spending, that's socialism. Like, wait a second, why are we using their definition? Like, I feel like people like Hassan are playing into that environment. Well, actually, all good Arabs and Muslims are going to support Hamas and all these people because they're resistance freedom fighters. Ignoring the fact that if you want to kill Arabs, these are the people that you should love the most, because nobody kills Arabs like other Arabs do. If you look at the Syrian civil war, you look at what happened in Yemen, like you look at all the, like it's Jesus.
He's saying that as well. Also, the thing that like upset me about this, I was talking to Slasher earlier about this a little bit. The thing that upsets me is like, I'm pretty sure.
The chat either says question mark or he's right, and they just blindly go with the flow of what they think chat is currently approving, and nobody knows what the fuck is happening because nobody actually has done a single inch of research in any of that shit. And they play the social game. It is what it is. Don't say that. Don't say that's me. Today, everybody's question marking me, okay, about the whole racist thing, and I'm right about it. I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. If you want to use the buzzwords, you go ahead, but you're wrong.
Sure, especially after Asmongold, he goes and talks to Hassan for 3 hours after this. I'm very certain that Asmongold doesn't want innocent people killed. Like, he made it very clear multiple times. No, I'm not cool with children getting killed. Wait, yeah, that was probably broad. Yeah, oh, maybe I spoke.
MD Pog, I will crush you on a Discord debate. Yo, save your brain cells, brother. Bro, save it. Save it. You're not gonna convince me.
Too like harshly, too generally, right? He doesn't want those, but Hassan legitimately, and there is no concern. Hassan really does support the Houthis. He really does support terrorists kidnapping those 25 people off the Galaxy Leader and keeping them hostage for a year. He supports it outright. He's happy
he
about
thought it was fucking hilarious. It was funny as fuck.
So like, it's like Asmongold's accidentally speaking here 2-week ban because he was retarded basically. And when Hassan genuinely supports, which by the way is against the TOS, when he genuinely supports terrorists, no, there's no evidence that he's had even a talking to.
If you're gonna say out-of-pocket shit that literally fucking glorifies violence, whatever, you have to make sure that your statements are inclined with whatever the public is currently fucking backing up. Otherwise, you can't do it. It is what it is. And what's sad is that the people that know this fact are stretching that fact to the best of their ability and in the most outrageous shit. Bro, so outrageous to have fucking like actual terrorists on stream and boasting about them. Like, I don't even.
And I think that the process of that has been extremely unhealthy for me. And I think that what it's done is that it's allowed me to become such a one-dimensional person that I'm not even a person anymore. It's like I'm in Dark Souls, I'm going hollow or something. And I think about like all of the, like I made a list of all of the things that I'm not doing in my life that I should be doing. And I was writing it down and I'm like, fucking like, I'm just going and going. I'm like, oh my God, I think it'd be shorter if I transcribed the Bible. Like, this is insane. Like, whenever I have everything written down line for line, it's like, oh my God, I'm ruining my life. I've been existing and I want to at a certain point.
I'm not using the word terrorist like lightly, like a buzzword. You're accusing me of saying it's a buzzword. No, most of your usage is a buzzword. Actual terrorism, yes, the textbook definition of terrorism, absolutely. I didn't use it as a buzzword. It is flat out correct in every way that a word means, and it'll never be wrong. You're dumb.
Actually trying to
Don't
live
bother.
my life. And I don't think that I've been doing that. And so what am I going to do? How am I going to do that differently? And what does that mean for my stream, etc.? I think that I'm going to cut down a little bit on streaming quite as much. And I think I'm also going to cut down. This is going to sound like, I hope I can say this in the right way. I feel like the main times that I laugh on my stream nowadays are when I'm laughing at other people. And I look back on videos that I did from 2020, 2016, and 17, and yeah, I've always been an asshole, but holy shit, I've been way more of an asshole. It's insane. And it's a night and day difference. And I've had, again, everybody in the world telling me this, including my own dad, and I've just ignored them. And finally, it's like, you know what? Maybe I'm an asshole. Maybe this is too far. Maybe I need a course correction, which is why I think that like getting suspended in this, I hope that it's one of the best things that's ever happened to me. And I don't know whether that's going to be true, but I'm going to try to do things differently and make sure to live up to that reality. And so what are those things that I'm going to be doing differently? The first thing is that I think I'm going to try. I've been very much trying to like maintain a consistent schedule with my stream, and I will continue to do that. I want to get up and go to bed at relatively the same time. I want to live a normal life. And also I want to spend maybe a little bit less time streaming, and I want to spend more time creating my own videos and doing my own things and spending time on things that I really enjoy, and basically just like expanding my existence as a person. I think that ever since I started like OTK and I got involved with that, and then we had like other Starforge and like Mad Mushroom and Mythic and everything, like honestly it's been too much for me to handle. It's been completely too much for me to handle, and I've been losing my mind dealing with it, and I try to hide it the best I can because, you know, I try to do the
I think the most important thing, okay, would be some of you guys to just go on Google, okay, and really learn the proper definition for all the words that you use. I feel like that once you do that, you gotta get a better understanding. Sometimes you're gonna have to fucking you have to leave a point behind and say, okay, you're right, it's not this, it's actually that, right? And really correct your dialogue and the words that you use. I say a lot of dumb shit when it comes to technicality and the actual thing. The words that I use, I'm pretty careful with it, and I use them pretty well. Try to catch me on one of the shit that I said that was wrong, and one bad word. Go ahead, try it. You see, I don't do it often or ever.
Best, right? I try to do my best. You know, it doesn't matter how hard it gets. You just keep going. You just keep going. It doesn't matter, and eventually it does matter. And I think that I've negatively affected a lot of them. And I also don't want to talk about that just in the context of just like this recent controversy. I want to talk about this in the context of the last 2 years. I think that I haven't really been able to fulfill my responsibilities as a leader in a lot of cases to them, and I think that I've let a lot of people down. And there have been things that I've done that are positive as well. But I think that one thing this thing has taught me, this whole situation has taught me, it's made me realize, is that I need to get myself in check. I need to get my mind under control. I need to like just get my life. I need to fix my fucking life. Like it's insane. Like I think about it and it's in shambles. Everything about my life is basically fucked. And I'm gonna take a step back from all of that. I'm gonna step away from my leadership position in OTK and Starforge and everything. I want to, and they're fine with that. They respect that, and I want to do this. And I want to do this not only for them, but mainly for myself, so I can be a better version of myself for everyone. And I want to apologize to all you guys, my viewers, that I don't think I've lived up to that. I think that I can be a lot better than what I am right now. And I don't even think that I've been putting in half the effort that I should be in the way that I should be. And I'm sorry. And so my plan is to, when I get unbanned, I'll keep streaming regularly, right? And I want to focus more on trying to do things that are fun, trying to laugh more with people rather than at people. I'll still laugh at people every once in a while, okay? Like let's not get ahead of ourselves here. But it's about a focus, and it's about a
not bad apology.
Tone. I listen to my tone in the clip, and I just sound like such a piece of shit. Really, at the end of the day, I sound like a piece of shit. I sound like a terrible person, and it's just so mean-spirited and callous and just mean. And I don't want to be that person anymore. And I've spent a long time growing up. The time I did, I was an r/atheism enjoyer. I have a very negative opinion of a lot of religions. I've had the experience firsthand of the negative effects of Christianity and you know, the way that I view that. And I've always read a lot of very bad things about Islam, and I've made a lot of criticisms of it. I've talked to a lot of people about it. I've heard a lot about it, and I've been like watching things about it, and I've been like hearing people telling me this is the way it is, but I've never seen it. And I actually think that after all of this, I think towards the end of next year, I think I'd like to visit the Middle East and see it for myself. I want to see it for a historical perspective, right? I would love to go to Istanbul in Turkey. There's no ulterior motive there at all. But it's not just that. I'd love to visit places like Saudi Arabia, Dubai, any of the other places. I mean, the truth is that, and this is the worst thing about what I said, some of the places I would want to visit, I might not be able to because of the way that they're like just the internal strife, the actual literal wars that are going on, people being literally killed there, and I might not be able to do that. But I want to do it, and I want to see it for myself because I don't like believing what people tell me. And I think that when I do, I end up being a fool. And I want to see it. I want to see it for myself, and I want to experience it, and I want to live my life. And I'm going to try to, like, I don't know, like clean up part of my house. I think
that's something with I mean, it's fair to say that, but at some time, brother, seeing it when it comes down to culture and shit like that, it's more of a feel of people that live there. People, it's like the culmination of anecdotes and growing up there and being part of the ingrained culture of living there and being that person of that ethnicity, or you were born there, is what it is. Something that you go as a tourist and then you see. I'm just saying it. Most of these things that people talk about and stuff like that is not to be seen. It's to be felt when you live there. Brother, it's just what it is. I don't know what to tell you. It's you can get mad. You can get mad at me all you want. It's a question mark. It doesn't make it any less true what I said.
Do this, and I'm not going to hire a cleaner. As I said, I was raised Roman Catholic. I view this as a penance. And
Let's just make sense. Okay. I don't know. Let's just say something random. In Europe, some countries are very racist. Okay. Then I want to say for myself, I'm gonna visit EU countries and go to touristic places, whatever. What is my likeness of experience racism on a daily basis? Probably very low. Not the same thing as living there, being from there, growing up there. You're not gonna have that experience. You're not gonna see that. Maybe a little bit more, but not the way that people portray it. The people that are from there, the way that people describe their pain. You're not gonna see that as a tourist. It's not like that.
I think I need to do this for myself. I need to take accountability for bad things that I've done and for letting my wife get this out of control. And I don't need a get out of jail free card. So I need to do that for myself and for my own closure as well. And I think also I want to live for the the idiots out there that, they're, like looking to me to be a role model, right? Oh, not a good idea. But there are people that will see that and they'll think maybe to themselves, maybe I should do the same thing. And if I can do that for one person, well, I've already done it for myself. I've already done a good thing. And so it could only get better. And so that's what my plan is. I'm only going to try to rethink my life. I've had a lot of people reach out to me. People I would have never expected reach out to me in ways that I never expected. And I understand that, I'm still very critical about, religious fundamentalism, right? But when you paint with such a broad brush that you just include an entire group of people, you're just being you're being a piece of shit. It's like people said it was racist. I didn't mean it as racist, but if you listen to what I said, it's easy that you could assume that. So easy. And so I'm just a fucking idiot. I'm a fucking moron. I've been an asshole. I think that I've devolved for the last 2 years. I think that I've negatively affected other people too.
I didn't reach out to him.
I don't even hate to say this. I think I need to say this. I need to say it more. I've negatively affected people in ways that I regret. I think whenever I go back live again, I'll probably
guys, I reached out in the past a bunch of times to Asmon in various times, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm there, whatever. I didn't reach out over here because he knows I exist if he wants to talk about something, whatever. But I'm not a close friend to this guy. Like, it's not like I don't think he needs me anywhere. Does that make sense? Like I'm just saying. It's just I'm not like that.
More and there's some just different people I kind of want to apologize to and take accountability for things that I've said and done that have negatively affected other people in ways that were unfair and wrong. And that's what my plan is. That's about it. I want to say that I hope that now, after you've heard what I have to say, that a lot of you all can see kind of why I'm saying that I appreciate this. I really think that this is something I needed, and I hope that this is the next part of the rest of my life. And I want you guys to hold me accountable to that. So if I'm being a fucking asshole again, if I'm being mean...
Brother, how is that... As an I regret being part of this community. Only thought what is... Bro, how are you mad at me? Bro, what did I say that is against your group or ethnicity or race? What did I say? Like, brother, you made this whole scenario up that I'm saying something like about you, and then I'm not. You're just dumb. You're dumb as fuck.
If I'm just being a callous, acting like a psychopath, just treating people awfully outside of a WoW raid when they get killed by fire, but really laughing at people's misfortune, try to say, man, just chill the fuck out. Stop it. Just stop. And I'm gonna do my best to listen. I spent 2 years ago.
No, I didn't call anybody a terrorist. What I said is that the Houthi pirates shit that Islam was doing with these, some of these were legitimate terrorists. Yes, that's terrorism. What about it? I'm not gonna have you back down on that. It is what it is. Like,
ignoring it, and look where it got me. This is not even the tip of the iceberg of the problems in my life, and I want to thank everybody for making me aware that that's the case, and hopefully I can avoid the iceberg, right? And so I want to say that's pretty much about all I've got. I'm sorry for a lot of people I let down, not just with comments like this, but also just with the way I've been doing things in general. I think that you guys deserve a much better version of me than what you've been getting, and I hope that I can live up to that in the future. And I don't even want to think about it in the future, right? As soon as I get unbanned, the best apology is better content, change behavior, and that's what I hope to do. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm just gonna focus on myself for a while, try to improve my own.
I have nothing but open and accepting to all other cultures and shit like that. Wanting to learn. Want to know whatever. I ask questions. I try to do it with tact, bro. I'm not against nobody. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. The fuck.
Life and there's a lot of things.
I'm not about that life. I'm not about that life. That's not what I do.
Again, they're like more kind of just like kind of in the weeds, like personal stuff. But overall, that's the big picture. That's where I'm at. And so anyway, that's about all I've got. And I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna try to just take this time off to.
In a time where everybody was brain dead on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, bro. I defended all the Haitians, whatever, from the dog shit hated that we're getting it because of some stupid fucking headline and some Donald Trump going brain dead mode with the fucking mic, like a loser, saying some shit that doesn't mean anything. Like, and you're going to come at me, fuck off, man. When I see something that isn't right, I call it out. I don't know what to tell you.